That's a true Canadian right there. Okay, let's push to briefing.
Independent also taking a single machine gun team, and that's going to go to Nemesis because he's the guy that knows how to use it. All right. So it's going to pretty much be a mirror match with the exception that OPFOR is only going to have 20 people instead of 22.
Yeah.
And Scan Your Recon's going to go on Independent.
Like Cuba.
Things I like to note, because in my opinion, Scan Your Recon is one of the most powerful groups in this community. Not because of favoritism, but because they've pulled some really crazy clips. In fact, the reason I started doing EU branch for Friday Night Fights was because of the clips Scan Your Recon sent me.
With all those hours in Arma, you should know.
I don't do leading.
Independent has a flat route to get up there. OPFOR and BLUFOR are going to have to struggle to get up there, so I'm already going to say Independent's going to win.
Who made this map?
I made it. No one should. Yeah, don't worry about that. They're not. You don't have to cap them. It's fine.
That's what.
So there's going to be this round, and then another round after that, and then in 3.5 hours, the North American branch will begin, and then there'll be another 3 rounds.
No, you cannot.
No, you can't.
Are we allowed to?
Break.
Right, everyone shut up. Right, your briefing is one.
Oh, the other
one target to cap. One target. If
They
I
only
see
have
anyone
one.
swim in, they're out of here. One target to cap. First to 100 point wins.
Bravo and Charlie got thrown out
because
because I think they have to use it for a template.
BLUFOR.
So never mind, OPFOR is going to win because they're going to get first dibs on the swimming.
Available because there's no limiter on the map.
The whole area is available, but you've only got one target to go for, and you're all starting equidistant apart from it.
Okay.
Independent, any questions?
Nope.
OPFOR, any questions?
To confirm, no vehicles.
There are vehicles, but they're only transport vehicles.
Okay, so
Understood.
Okay, all platoon leaders happy?
Keys.
Cool. Second round of FNF. Let's go.
oh, you don't want to be tabbed out when you get pushed in because that can lag you out. All right, cool. So let's see. Let's go down to the casting couch. Iceberg will be joining us, and let's get this show on the road.
Righto.
How are you doing, Iceberg?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. Now, I think the question on everyone's mind is, will OPFOR spawn a boat and go for Bravo and Charlie that are way out of the AO?
God, I fucking hope not.
So,
judging by this, just off the bat, Red 4 has a slight advantage being able to get into the area unseen. But with that stated, Green 4 has the most cover with that rock line just to the eastern side.
So I'm actually going to disagree with you. I think the advantage is going to go to Independent, because if you look at OPFOR's spawn and look at the distance they have to go, even with VIX,
Independent is closest, that is true.
It's not just Independent, but Independent has the lowest amount of defilade they'll have to climb up with their VIX compared to BLUFOR and OPFOR, who have to go up steep hills. So I think Independent's going to be able to get their teeth in first, but the real question is, how are they going to survive against a two-pronged attack? Because with only one position on the map, OPFOR and BLUFOR are going to sink their teeth in. So we're going to just see what happens on the PvP level.
Around the alpha area, there's a bunch of hard defended positions to dig in and hard defend, and it's not a good one, but it's the one I would go for, is the static bunker at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, I mean that one's default by the map, but that only gives them so much because they still will have BLUFOR to deal with. So I think even though Independent's going to be able to get in here first and start collecting points, this is just going to be a trap of who goes in and takes it. Because if I was Independent, I would take my time. I would let another team do it. It's still one life. That is correct. So if you go in, try to take it first, and you get starved out by both sides, that's a fight you're not going to be able to win because, you know, if BLUFOR and OPFOR try to push around to flank, they're just going to run into each other. So knowing that, they're probably going to keep their assaults pretty minimal, focused on only a single flank to try to break in. But again, it's just going to end up on who has the better PvP. And in that regard, I will say OPFOR does have a disadvantage because they have 2 less than the other 2 squads.
Yeah, that they do. I'm just taking a look around at what kind of vehicles they have to work with, because it's not going to make that big of a difference, but they got Polarises. One of the Green Four's got their their trucks, and then hatchbacks. Blue Four's the only one here with some sort of vehicle that has cover. Or not Blue Four, Green Four, I think. One of them had Humvees.
That was OPFOR. So Independent have Urals and trucks. Independent have Humvees, which is a little weird, but Humvees and Urals. And BLUFOR has, just to scroll over, they have trucks and Polarises. So yeah, you're right. The Humvees are going to be a little more armored than the other 2.
I mean, even if it's just the cabs on the Humvees, but like still, that's an advantage.
I would say the most maneuverable vehicle is going to go to BLUFOR, but the speediest
for sure.
is going to be to Independent because those off-roads can go really fast.
They're on, so I'm willing to bet there's going to be at least one rolled vehicle.
Yep.
Guaranteed. Now, is it going to kill anyone is the real question.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm curious to see where they're positioning, where they're planning on going. Between red and green, you have that hillside up there with the giant rock spire.
Thanks for letting me know, guys. I just turned them up a little bit by removing the noise gate.
I mean,
but
even with the fog,
when we're done with this round, I'll have to turn that back down.
Some sort of spotter team to get eyes on.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I don't think this is a round where you really want to focus on stuff like that.
It is not, but being able to know
that's fair.
Who is where is still going to be very important. But I haven't seen one of these kind of finds in FNF yet.
So no, I have not either. So this will be a good one.
Who's your bet on, though?
I would say whoever is going to enter the AO last is going to win.
Yep, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Based off of the terrain and the vehicle choice, it's probably going to be OPFOR, despite having that -2 person advantage. However, Green 4 has better defenses against the OPFOR side. Blue 4 at least has a little bit of varying hills and terrain to get up to the position from their spot. OPFOR has just sheer drop-offs. So they're going to have to try to reposition at a different flank, but Blue 4 has the best terrain to get up here. But this is the type of AO where you want to finish last. You want to be the last group to get up there, because by then the other 2 factions have killed each other. If anything, I wouldn't even send guys until like 10 minutes passed, just so the other 2 factions would have killed each other.
Let the other 2 fight it out and then come in and mop it up.
Exactly. But what we might see is, what if 2 commanders think of that, and then only one team goes in and gets a point advantage?
Yeah, that is a possibility. I'm sitting here trying to just get an eye on uniforms and that kind of stuff, because I'm curious to know who's going to friendly fire who first.
Oh, we always see friendly fire in Friday Night Fights. There was a lot last time, but let's see. Independent have a nice green woodland. Another thing to consider, though, is PID past 100 meters is going to be nigh impossible because of this fog. In the last stop, it was a little easier because there were some different shades that you could pick up on. But, I mean, in terms of what I see, the camos are the same as last round for Blue 4 and Independent. So we already saw them blue on blue with that, so the risk of blue on blue is just still there. It's pretty high.
OPFOR's got that Russian EMR woodland.
Yep.
So.
I mean, I think we're going to see some blue on blue. We're probably going to see teams outmaneuver each other and then freak out when they think there's hostiles on their side.
The real question is the fog going to lift at some point through this?
No,
as well?
Usually the terrain doesn't change and it is stagnant. Now, already off the bat, I think the biggest weakness, looking at all these fortifications, I think the biggest not covered area is Independence side. Because they got that massive open gap. So we'll see if Blue 4 or OPFOR capitalize on that. Because I'm betting Independent's going to rush in here and take this first.
You got this one bunker on the northern side, but it's on the downslope, so you can't see over that.
Like, on the southern side, there's a few bunkers as well. It gives them a little bit of, actually, the bunker that's facing upward for some reason, that one's got a little bit of a good angle to watch that flank, but that's it. Just have your marksman take that guy out and you're good. Like, yeah, no, I would literally just keep my forces in reserve, send a marksman up, and just have them take pot shots at people as I reposition my guys to a good flank, you know, scout it out. And then, you know, as the other two factions are duking it out, I would just send my guys in.
The compound that they need to go in to hold and secure is decent enough with the walls on the
no, it's got a good outer security wall and then a little bit of an internal security wall with his HESCO.
The real question is, do they have AT with any sort of capability?
No, they don't.
There they go. There goes that. So the real thing, oh, they do still have AT, at least Red
So,
4 does.
I mean, yeah, BLUFOR's got the shoulder fire. Red 4 usually has the AT bias because they have a reloadable rocket launcher, which is just one of their faction perks. I am seeing some AT guys on the ground, but I'd be curious to know if... Nope, I am seeing both regular warheads and tandem warheads. Those generally don't kill people, especially...
You don't need to kill people, you just gotta make a hole in the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Or just wound them if they're in a group. Then independent, looking at their AT, they also have RPGs, so... Interesting.
This is going to be interesting for sure.
I think this will be done in under 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. If it goes beyond 30 minutes, I'll be surprised for sure. Especially considering it's one life. Yeah.
Man, normally I have, you know, I get to talk about where they're going to put their mat team, where they're going to position their vehicles, but this one, there's nothing.
Nowhere.
You know, it's just, this is how it is.
They need to push this one position, and definitely Red 4 is not going to get there anytime soon. My money is blue and green's going to engage each other at some point. My guess is just to the north in the open fields, north of Alpha, if not northeast.
I like the fog aspect, though, because it really does help hinder the sight lines here. Just adds that nice little bit of climate cover that we honestly don't see in that many Zeus-offs, which I like. I'm also noticing there's a few spots on the perimeter wall for the actual position where you can go right up on the hill and actually probably like look over the wall. Yep. But the real issue is going to be if a group gets a few dudes up on the ridgeline and fires downward, there's not a lot of good spots for the defending faction to hide in.
That is true, but everyone will be able to see him up there, and that is asking to get shot.
But remember how the eastern flank doesn't really have any overwatch over it except for that one bunker. Yeah. So again, if
advanced enhanced movement patch that they use pretty much will prevent them from climbing up some of that, won't it?
On some of the steep incline, sure, but I mean in vanilla I've been able to get up here without enhanced movement. Easily. So
the real question is who's going to get glitched in the rock then?
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, this is just gonna go to who... Are you willing to risk it by rushing in, or are you going to hang back and let the other two teams duke it out? I would go for the latter, but...
Well, originally, I'm just sitting here watching Green 4's mounting up in their pickup trucks. One of them was going to take out one of the Urals, but that doesn't seem like that's happening anymore.
Pickup trucks are quicker, yeah, they're all dismounting.
Red 4's over here already mounted up in most of the Humvees, and then
the quicker vehicles.
Hoping Blue 4 is going to be sitting over here taking their Polarises, which seem to be getting mounted up too right now.
You know, I hate to go a little science-y here, but this is a perfect example of like prisoner's dilemma.
Oh God.
Do you hang back and let the other two kill each other, or do you risk pushing in and losing numbers to an early firefight? If they all push in, then they're all gonna get murdered. If two push in, then the guy that hangs back stays fine. If one pushes in, then they're gonna win.
Well, just by knowing this map alone, this is cheeky as fuck and would be such a horribly good idea. Alright, so BLUFOR, they're on that downslope in the low ground. Like, they have a large slope they have to get up. It's a pretty decent incline. Green 4 can get to the top of that before BLUFOR can.
Yes. Wouldn't it be cheeky if Independent reslotted some of their guys as mat team and just went and spawned Camp BLUFOR?
Exactly. And they could do the same to red as well, because the red has to go up that one switchback, which is gonna take some time. I mean, you know how we drive, and off-road is the way to go for sure. At least in my opinion.
I got nothing to say. We're just waiting here right now.
Take a look at Green 4 and where they're lining up their vehicles.
They're not. They're not. No. There's no way. I mean, who's in them?
I don't know, but there's no way out over there. We got Alpha 1 and Alpha, so you got T5 Bay, Robertston.
Look at OPFOR.
I mean, OPFOR is set up to do a drag race.
Oh, but they got two vehicles that are going to go on the right flank, like...
Well...
And then BLUFOR also has stuff set up on... What is going on?
Looks like they're not going to take the roads in, which is the smart thing to do. BLUFOR can follow the cliff line all the way along. BLUFOR's going to lose a Vic before they get there. That's guaranteed at this point, then. Especially since they're taking one of the big trucks, too.
Oh, man. All right, they got another 10 seconds. There it is.
Righto. This...
Independent directing two vehicles. They're also taking a Ural. They're going up the MSR, and the two Vics, I think, are going to try to go outflank BLUFOR. BLUFOR climbing over to the left, not going up their MSR. And OPFOR's divided their forces. Two are going up the MSR, and two are going up the side hill, driving through a forest right now.
And Red 4 already hit a rock.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see if any sides in the thick fog especially take any casualties from bad driving. But driving in this weather, especially in the low ground, is a gigantic pain in the butt. Excuse me. Two people just dismounted from the Ural at Independent. They're going to walk it instead, I guess, realizing that that vehicle is a piece of shit.
And lo and behold, Green 4's already there.
Yep, Green 4 rushed because they were the closest. So I can understand that. Looks like they're also...
Ooh. Two Green 4 vehicles just nearly collided.
Nice. Green 4 doing some dismounts as well. OPFOR is right there too. BLUFOR, they're taking the longer route to get on that defensive ridgeline to have an easier time in. So yeah, Independent and BLUFOR are going to duke it out. My money's on BLUFOR.
Yeah, it depends on how many people they lose due to poor driving on that cliff.
Usually you want to guarantee it. But Independent's going to rush in with the vehicle. But BLUFOR's going to be on the perfect ridge to counter that. What the fuck?
Green's already pushing that ridge line as Red is pushing straight into the cap.
Deja vu. With two dudes.
Red only pushed in with two.
Two dudes. See, that's the play you want to see. Two guys just taking the objective.
One of them's a machine gunner and the other one has an RPG. Well,
I will admit, Red 4 also deploying up on the ridgeline too. But I will admit, the team in the last three-way fight from last weekend on EU branch, the team that rushed won. by a pretty, like, not a landslide, but a pretty good chunk. So, yeah, Independence played this cautiously, trying to predict BLUFOR coming up. BLUFOR completely bamboozled them. They're coming up to where OPFOR came up, and now Independence going to capture the point and have a massive firefight with Green 4, because they're both within meters of each other. And some of the Independent guys are struggling to get around. They're popping a grenade, so I guess they already heard footsteps. And now that's going to alert Independent that they're over here. And now Independent shooting their own dudes. Woo! That was a hit, so... Ouch.
I can't
Look at
get
this,
the names to pop up, but
yeah, I can't either. If you hit the map and hover over them, it'll show you their name. Also, if you hit P, it'll show tracers.
Yeah,
but
I got the tracers on.
We've got all these Independent guys climbing on the rocks. Excuse me, OPFOR is, and then Independent.
Oh, there we go.
There's the first blood. It was done to, if I were to scroll over on the left, Worm, and he was killed by, I believe, NASA. So yeah, OPFOR are playing Mountain Goats. They're taking fire back. We see an RPG taken out as well. Grenades being thrown. Oh, a lot of explosions going off. Yep, and OPFOR's officially captured that point. The PvP getting super intense here. We just saw Goatland get into a close firefight with one of the Serbian guys. One of his OPFOR buddies just threw a grenade into him, though. And he somehow survived. Wow. Yeah, I will admit the grenades usually never kill people. They're just for wounding.
Yeah.
Unless they're dropped like right in someone's face and they're prone.
Real quick, take a look where BLUFOR dismounted.
Yeah, they're playing it safe. They're waiting it out. That's a smart call. They're literally going to church.
Now here's the real question: is Red 4 going to spot the green dudes all the way on top?
Probably not, because they're going to be too focused with the Independent dudes that are right here. We have an Independent guy bandaging a dead dude. We saw that in last round too, unfortunately. But now Independent has taken the high ground, and they're popping grenades over. And we almost saw more OPFOR blue on blue, but there was a friendly wiggle.
One of them just grabbed the other dude's machine guns, I think.
Yep,
that's
Goat just got dropped. Grenade round going on him too. But yeah, unfortunately, with Independent now on the high ground, they've got the advantage, especially in this little ridge here. And they got two Independent guys flanking around on the right flank. So those guys can start engaging on the rear. What also is really difficult is weapon PID. Both of these guys are using pretty much, yeah, AK variants, PKMs, so it's going to be very difficult for them to be able to tell what's going on. But we have OPFOR with a reserve force slowly coming as well. Independent also sending a reserve force. And BLUFOR is still hanging back.
BLUFOR's got a two-man team. One of them's the platoon marksman, the other guy's just a rifleman from the looks of it.
Yeah, so Logan's the platoon medic. They're definitely just scouting it out. Again, they're trying to find a good angle for BLUFOR to come in as the other two teams duke it out, so that's really smart. Meanwhile, OPFOR has a dude back here loading an RPG, might be able to get behind the Independent guys on the ridge, as Independent also comes around. We have one guy that went down.
On top of everyone as well.
Yep. Ooh, but that Independent guy got spotted and shot. We have a flare going up. No, it was shot into the ground. It's illuminating the OPFOR's position, I guess trying to blind them.
Blind them? Spot them? Who knows?
Again, just a lot of PvP coming around right here.
Down on the cap themselves are,
Hey, check out the Independent unconscious body, Alexander, doing a nice little barrel roll as he's unconscious.
Where is he tumbling down that wall?
No, he's just rolling. OPFOR just came up to the hill, shot himself with a rocket. His body just went rolling. He got dropped by an Independent guy. OPFOR, that guy just got another kill on Independent who tried to pull around, but yeah, good work right there.
We need to get the double tap on that last guy, though.
Yep, these guys could potentially wake back up.
There we go.
The barrel roll guy, he's, takes a lot of bullets. His body going, finding a nice little crevice. Rocks. And we still have one Independent guy with a machine gun.
Double tap. The machine gunner woke back up and almost dropped him.
Almost. But yeah, OPFOR just has to... Ooh, yep. So there's the double taps. We still have one Independent guy in here. I'm going to call him Neck, because I don't know.
Sure, let's go with that.
Let's go with that. OPFOR still sending their main force up, but for the most part, they have held. Independent had the advantage with having the ridgeline, but then they left the ridgeline. OPFOR then took the ridgeline. Things got messy. But yeah, BLUFOR probably pushing up the VIX to just hold for the moment. Again, they gotta wait it out.
Hold on. Wreck just spotted them. Nope. Nope, he doesn't have sight lines, but he's looking that way. He hears something.
Oh. Neck just shot out Shiro. That's making the Hippie and Bluck in the alpha position run around because they have no idea what just happened. But good kill by Neck there. He can still do a significant amount of damage by himself with that machine gun. OPFOR, they're picking up their wounded. Still on this ridgeline, trying to look around to see what's up.
Do we know how far the range extends for the cap? Yes, we do. Which, is it being contested with Neck in there?
No, because there's still 3 OPFOR guys. So even though that one OPFOR guy is unconscious, he still counts as a player. So it's still 3-1 for Independent. Or excuse me, OPFOR.
We have a stare down here.
Yep. Not sure if they saw each other. Yeah, they did. So he pops a grenade. The grenade is ineffective because Neck is able to pull around. If anyone in chat knows what his name really is, there's the text. Please help me out. But yeah, no, he's going to get shot from people up the ridge and double tapped in the head. But apparently his name is Pecky, but unfortunately Pecky has gone down. OPFOR is now going to clean things up. I thought they were blue on blue. They were just shooting that body, and
Logan and Stray Dog have been spotted.
Ooh. Yeah, so Independent now coming up to that position. BLUFOR, they're going to have to reposition here. If BLUFOR loses that marksman rifle early on, that could be very bad. Independent could take it and then just get one more long-range weapon to help pick off OPFOR. But OPFOR, you know, they're sending their main force up here. They're going to get a perimeter going. This is still going to end up going into a 3-way fight because Independent still has a major force to send up. So BLUFOR smart with that tactic, but Independent was also being super cautious. So now it's just going to be a matter of can OPFOR, with this fresh wave of troops, garrison this position and hold out between a 2-way onslaught as these 3 factions fight for control of Alpha.
We got Flying Finn spotting for Green 4's marksman, but there is nothing out on their flank. They're all the way up to the north. Blue 4's pushing in from behind Red 4.
Scandia Recon is part of Independent. We got guys up on the rocks. They're looking around. BLUFOR is hiding under a bit of concealment. Looks like they're bandaging. Haven't been spotted by Independent yet, but Independent is combing around. I think BLUFOR is going to lose their marksman rifle here unless we see some really awesome PvP happen. Logan did do some crazy PvP last time, but I think Independent just spotted BLUFOR. Yep, Independent coming right up to BLUFOR. He's going to call that out to his friends and gets a headshot on the marksman. Logan has no idea what just happened.
No clue. What the fuck? I bet he's still trying to medic him.
And unfortunately, Logan gets headshot. Turns around, gets a few good shots right into, who was that? Hudson's chest plate. But yep, they're going to be able to steal that marksman rifle and help pick off more dudes on OPFOR's position. So now Independent has a pretty nasty advantage here. Meanwhile, OPFOR has platoon HQ over at a rock. This seems like a really bad position to put him in. If he wanted to do Overwatch, he should have gone a bit further back in the ridge, but I'm not sure if OPFOR knows that Independent's flank is coming up right here, but I keep saying Independent. BLUFOR, sorry. BLUFOR's flank is coming up. But now the encirclement will begin. Unfortunately, we can't see the point values to know how much OPFOR has and how much they still need.
Oh, dear lord. BLUFOR's got a machine gun team set up, and they've spotted Red 4 in the ridge line.
Yep, so that's from Bravo. They have a 249 setup, a lot of guns going. It starts off with a Grenadier round.
Grenadier round kind of misses.
It does, but I mean, that's to kind of kick it off. So they have 2 Red 4 guys out of position, crawling around for cover.
Here we go.
They've got the marksman, though. He gets headshotted!
Headshot.
Whoa! OPFOR losing that one marksman. Independent still has 2 marksmen now. I'm going to quickly look back to see if they picked up his marksman rifle. Because there's no reason that they shouldn't have, and I'm not seeing... Yep, it was changed out. I see an 8. Wait. No, they left it. So, Independent, wait, no, I am seeing Hudson. He's the guy that got the kills. He's checking the bodies. I'm not sure why they're not taking that marksman rifle. That would be a significant advantage given to Independent. Leaving it behind just seems like such a bad idea, but people don't think to do that. Meanwhile, Independent has also started their attack. Some Grenadier rounds going on OPFOR's position. We just saw a AT round go to BLUFOR, but it was a miss. And now the 3-way fight truly begins. OPFOR trying to defend against 2 different assaults, and now it's just going to be down to the PvP. BLUFOR already getting some of Alpha up on the southern little ridge line here with cover. They do have
red outnumbered here.
Yes, because BLUFOR has about 20 guys. Independent, let me see, they have 1, 2, 4, 5. They have 9 skulls, so that would be 22 minus 9 is 13. And then OPFOR has 20 minus 3, so they're down to 17. So OPFOR has the fewer numbers here, and they're going to be spread thin. They just knocked the BLUFOR guy out. He wakes back up, though. And you're just seeing a hail of machine gun bullets on OPFOR's defensive positions as other BLUFOR units pull around. I think BLUFOR is going to be able to get control of this position from OPFOR, but then Independent might push in. Independent just shot at their platoon lead, interesting enough. And yeah, you're just seeing a lot of Grenadier rounds coming, more OPFOR guys going down. They're getting flanked on the ridge.
Alpha 2 is going to get hit in the flank here in a second if they look to their right. It's 2 red 4 dudes. Come on, look on the hill above you.
But the Iceberg, if you do this for a while, you're going to realize that this happens all the time. Independent looking over with binoculars, we're not looking up. Nope, I think Machine Gunner just spotted it.
There we go. Come on.
Oh, and he lost his opportunity! Because they're coming around on this bunker.
And now that machine gun is being lit up by a friendly. Friendly shot and downed the machine gunner.
Yep, blue on blue's a bitch. So now BLUFOR is going to try to wrestle control over the central ridgeline. We still have some OPFOR guys shooting at lone BLUFOR guys, crippling them. Right now, it's just a matter of the numbers trade right now. Who's going to wrestle control from who? Independent now also coming in as BLUFOR and OPFOR change bouts here. And now the advantage is kind of leading to Independent again. I'm going to quickly look back again. I really want to see them take that marksman rifle.
BLUFOR's pulling one of their squads back, or fire teams back.
And it's still there. That's such a waste of an asset.
Red has a 3-man, I think that's platoon lead, following them.
And so, OPFOR, they've got...
plan's gonna go and do.
Yeah, they got 4 guys still caught up on the ridge. We have 2 guys going right up to each other. No result. BLUFOR guy comes around, though, and shoots the OPFOR dude in the back of the head. And now that BLUFOR guy that got the kill, Firefighter, he's getting shot at by his own dudes. This is just a messy BLUFOR, just a messy, friendly fire galore because of the fog, and people are so spaced out. Anyway, that machine gun team to the right, they just lost their assistant because of a dude.
Now firing. Over there, Delta 2 is now engaging. They just took out a red and a BLUFOR. The marksman and the Nemesis laying down covering fire as well.
Yep. Just based off the numbers here, BLUFOR still has a big amount, but Independent could still sweep in despite having the lowest number.
Here we have Finn just spotted those vehicles pushing towards the blue vehicles coming in from the south.
Yep, that is, it looks like they have multiple guys in both of those vehicles let's see if I can get a little closer here. The B1 Vic is definitely full. The other one is reserved for Platoon HQ. He's on his own. So that is the blue team's reserves coming in. But again, they have gone too far on the left flank and are now getting engaged by Independent. So that's what I was calling out earlier, is if one team goes too far on the flank, they're going to engage a different faction and probably get cut down. But we saw a guy get run over as he dismounted. He woke back up, is now firing up at the Independent's machine gun position. And BLUFOR and OPFOR are still wrestling for control of this ridgeline. But they've got 4 guys in the defensive perimeter here. Just a lot needs to go down. Someone's flaring himself. That's an interesting
Flared them.
call.
There was also a GL round landed in the compound and actually managed to knock out one of their guys.
Yep. Now you have Independent firing up on the ridge. Ooh!
Nope.
Was it a smoke?
It was a smoke, but
Yep.
that definitely didn't go where he wanted it to go.
Woo!
Tense. Green 4 taking advantage of that bunker that we said was going to be useless, but well.
I mean, it lets them get their foot in the door. And we just saw, I think, Independent marksman. No, it was just a rifleman.
Did you see these GL rounds from Scandi Recon landing inside that V1 squad?
I don't, yeah, so I tell my stream this all the time. Even though Scandi Recon I have favoritism for because TSB, they are some of the best players I've seen in Friday Night Fights. They're the reason I started shoutcasting EU, because some of the clips they sent me of them literally killing entire squads of people is amazing to watch. But now Independent, they don't have any resistance to get up to this ridge. But are they going to come up to this ridge and try to take it, or are they going to go for the objective? Because OPFOR, they've doubled down. They've got a few guys that are cut off from the rest of the group.
Rockside, Lieutenant Anderson has the high ground on these two Red 4 dudes right below him. I don't think
but he's focusing on the guys behind the bunker. He was able to kill one, he wounded the other. Now it's just a matter of, is he going to try to get those OPFOR kills? Because OPFOR are too distracted by Independent pushing up that flank. This is just a massive three-way clusterfuck.
And here's Dingo, friendly firing. We have him firing at his medic and Dooley. Down by the wall, we got, who is that? Hippie.
Hold up, real quick. OPFOR's gone back on BLUFOR's position where they came in from. BLUFOR sending 2 dudes back. But yeah, OPFOR has 3 dudes back there, and their platoon HQ guy just knocked out one of the BLUFOR guys. Interesting where these battles are coming.
One of BLUFOR's machine gunners, in fact.
By the way, update on Anderson. He was able to kill one of the Independent guys. The other one is down, but Independent helping him out with that. So, yeah, OPFOR has just doubled down, staying defensive, trying to hold Alpha. And now it's just a matter of...
Firefighter is mixed in with Green now.
But he's getting shot at by Independent. And yeah, so the guys that were further up were none the wiser. Independent's looking up. I don't know how he got up there, but
how did he get in there?
Now the Independent guys are shooting at the other Independent guys that are further up the ridge. They're confused because one guy was able to sneak in. So it's plays like that that are pretty crazy. Meanwhile, a BLUFOR guy has managed to get into the perimeter right here. That is Dingo. So he's going to try to wrestle control of this, but Independent, they need to go for the OPFOR position, because if they start trading evenly with BLUFOR, speaking of trading, we're about to see a BLUFOR guy get shot. Yep. So Drake was able to get a kill, but then another BLUFOR guy, Anderson, he came up, got an Independent kill as well. If OPFOR just hunkers down and relaxes, they might be able to
they might
win this fight here.
For a bit longer.
Ooh, and we just saw Victor trade with an Independent guy. So now, OPFOR had 6 guys here, they only have 5. Dingo getting pushed by an OPFOR guy, that was Hippie, and he goes down. But let's see if this BLUFOR guy comes around and gets a lot of shots on Hippie, takes him out, and that was Dooley. I don't think he's going to wake back up from that.
Yeah.
BLUFOR, they still have a force back here, but there's an Independent guy pushing up, popping frags. That is Van Gastel. If he were to just look left, he would see that BLUFOR is abandoning that position. So a little bit of, just again, fog of war. Shit happens. But he could have gotten some more kills there. Independent sending up some additional guys from these positions here. OPFOR trying to hunker down. Some GLs going off in the top position here.
Here we go.
And you had Dooley just shoot a guy dead.
Here just destroying everyone.
Yep, so looking at the numbers, BLUFOR was able to kill 2 guys on OPFOR that pushed on the southern flank. Wow. And we have a close firefight here. BLUFOR and OPFOR are just making even trades right now. There's so many people dying. I don't have the names coming up. I gotta check the map. Building just changed textures. It is 50% damage. 2 more grenades going in. This could get very messy. Bad frag also occurred. And Blue
That just
4 is
costed
down to
Blue
1
4.
dude. He was dead before the frag went off.
I just don't see Blue 4 recovering from this.
Also, Independent lost everyone on the right flank. They're down to 1 dude who just bad fragged himself and knocked himself unconscious because of it. T5 Bay. No, he's normally one of the better players.
The building's getting
Building's
messed
partially
up.
destroyed. And OPFOR holds with 1 PKM gunner killing. And another dude wakes back up. OPFOR still clutching onto this. But
Ow.
T5 Bay wakes up and manages to kill the Independent dude. OPFOR still has that machine gun right there. He's gonna keyhole through that little slit. Oh, and T5A goes down because of the fire superiority of the machine gun. Blue 4 meanwhile has a dude. He's firing at Independent guys, but it's 2v1. Independent still has 2 dudes on reserve to come down. Blue 4 has 2 guys in reserve. OPFOR has the 1 commander unit. And now it's Blue 4 and Independent trading. OPFOR won by holding! Oh my god!
That was unexpected.
That was just insanity. No breaks. Everyone just decided to start ruffling into each other. Wow. GG. So once again, the team that rushed in first wins. I think I'm sensing a pattern here. But how that could have been better was if Independent didn't delay most of their force from going in. They could have probably wrestled more with OPFOR, might have gotten control, but then Blue 4 would have come in and had the numbers advantage, and it would have just been a matter of who survived and who stayed the round from Blue 4's advance. So again, it really just came down to the PvP, especially for a match like that.